Hello, this is David from Zen Sanctuary. We've had a couple of requests for videos that can help people with stretching. And so I wanted to share a website that I've shared with people over the years that I thought was really helpful. And it has so much information in it that I think that it's a great starting point rather than, creating specific videos of our own. I wanted to share this archive with you. So that's why I'm using this program here to show you a screenshot of my computer, which means you won't see my face. So I got this picture here for you, just in case you forgot what I looked like. Here was a promotional video image of ours from a video that I did with Leonardo DiCaprio recently. You might have heard of it. It's had pretty good reviews. Didn't quite win as many awards as I was hoping, but during this era of coronavirus, it really you get your priorities straight, and so I've realized I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let that go. So this website is called DoYogaWithMe, and so you just spell that out, DoYogaWithMe.com. It's amazing, and a lot of people are, I feel like, intimidated. They know about yoga, they've heard about it, and a lot of people have said they can't do it, or they don't know where to begin. And this site is terrific. It's a really big archive, and it has a wide range of offerings. So I wanted to you can click around. It's pretty clear. It's pretty easy to navigate, but I just wanted to show you some of the things that I think would be good places to start. For example, here, for people who are beginners, there's this area it says basics, and then you click on beginners, and it really does just give you a introduction to describing what is yoga, what are some of the fundamentals, and then it shows you here they are, going through each section, little videos that you can watch and read about if you want to learn about that. Also here you'll see for beginners, there's this program, which is Yoga Program for Absolute Beginners. So it's a 6-week program, and when you click on it, it's a whole series of videos, and it kind of works you through, and it tells you how long this one's, 22 minutes, and the next one's about 20 minutes. So that could be a great place to start for someone who's, you could say intimidated by the fact that, you hear about yoga and you visually see it, and you see people doing crazy stuff like this guy is right here, and you just think that's not me, so yoga is not for me. But it is a really great body of time-tested stretching and strengthening that is really great for pretty much for your whole body. So there's those beginner basics. There is also if you're like I said, if you're feeling intimidated by yoga, there was one thing I saw here in the About Us section. They actually have bloopers and outtakes, so it's kind of nice to see. It's a collection of videos that's just people messing up, and so it's always good to see somebody else messing up, I think, when you're feeling a little self-conscious. So it shows these different people, they're falling down, they're saying goofy things, they're getting tongue twisted, which happens to some people, I've heard. And then for people who are a little more comfortable with yoga, it's also an amazing body of has the section here where you go to practice. It has a whole bunch of classes, and you're able to just search based on the skill level or the length of class, and it has even really long full sessions. Or if you know different styles that you want to look up different styles, you can search based on that. Or if you get to know the teachers, then you can also search based on the teacher. And So it's great. It's got a lot for everybody. So for those of you that are already comfortable with this, I think it's a good resource to just dive into. For the people who are, like I said, on the more beginner side, there is one. So gentle yoga, out of the whole list here, the ones that I would point out, there's gentle yoga, or possibly plus size yoga, prenatal yoga, restorative yoga, yoga for seniors, yoga for kids. All of those ones are going to be ones that are, generally either easier, or sometimes they have it where you'll be the whole session you'll be sitting in a chair, or you might be sitting on the floor the whole time. So it's a little less demanding than what you sometimes see in some of the more advanced yoga practices. And then I did want to point out for specific stretching. There is a section in here where you can go to poses. So again, in this basics at the top, you go to poses, and you can choose by body part. So if you know that you want to stretch a certain part of your body, you can search just based on that, which is really nice. You don't have to go through a full session. If you don't want to do a full routine of yoga and your goal is, you have a neck issue, or you have a hip issue, and that's really all you're looking for, just some good stretches you can be doing right now at home, then you can just search for that based on the body part, and then it's going to bring up a whole list of the videos that just apply to targeting the hip. Normally the website is really quick. I have a slow connection right now. So here it's going to be all these videos are just for hips, and they are, you can see they're intermediate, beginner, advanced. So you kind of know what you're getting into. So that's going to be helpful, I think, for people as far as some self-care is searching based on the body part. Also, so that was under poses. Then under practice, when you go to classes, you can also choose for the style PNF. That's a really great modality. It stands for proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitation. It's a really great style of stretching that you do yourself, and I don't need to get too into it right now because I'm sure this guy will explain it, but basically here they have PNF stretches specifically for different parts of your body, and I highly recommend that. I guess I at this point need to mention, so this whole website is free for a lot of it, but any of these videos that have the plus sign on it, you do need to sign up to be a member to get access to those. So the membership, I believe it's about $10 a month or $100 if you want to pay for the year, and that gives you access to these plus sign videos, which it looks like all of these PNF stretches are in that category. Yes, here's a couple that are not. So if you want to kind of see what PNF stretching is, these ones right here are free and you get a taste for it. Otherwise, if you do the basics and stay in the poses section and then choose body part, it looked like a lot of these videos are free for everybody. They don't have those plus signs, so all of these ones are going to be free. For the people who want, like I said, are comfortable with yoga and are looking for, just a nice juicy chunk of content that they can work with. There was all the different individual classes. There was also, there's guided meditations that it works through. There's also things like breathing techniques. So those are shorter videos for the breathing techniques, but those have a nice kind of meditative quality. And then there's different meditations here in the practice section. And there is also, under programs or yoga challenges or peak pose challenges, those are like series of videos that you're working towards a bigger goal. So here you'll see under programs that they have, for eating disorders, and it'll say this is intermediate. It's a 28-day program. Each one was 10 minutes to 75 minutes. So you see how it gives, it's a whole series of videos with some content, and so each one has its own kind of program. Also, then you have challenges where it might be things like certain amount of days. They'll say 7-day challenge, or certain PNF stretches. That one's probably, you have to pay for those ones. So these ones are, a lot of them are for the paid subscriptions, but then you can see that there are other ones that are available for everyone. And then the peak pose challenges, those are going to be, where you see somebody, they do the wonderful, handstands or different postures, and then these are series where it's a series of classes that leads towards ultimately being able to do one of the more advanced poses. So I hope that's super helpful. Like I said, we've had people that have asked for us sharing some videos on stretching, and I think that's great, but that I also just want to at least put this out here because I feel like this is something that everyone should know about, because it's a really large archive of helpful videos, and just the ability to search through them the way that they have set up, where you can search based on the poses or search based on styles. It just seemed I needed to share it. So I hope you enjoy. Thanks.